Welcome to the Armory. I'm Nathan. So tonight I want to talk about the tragedy of Hadiya Pendleton. She's a young lady who's 15 who went to the presidential inauguration. She was with her dance team, and when she was done with that, which was the happiest day of her life, her friends say, she then went home back to Chicago, at which point, less than a week after the inauguration of her going home, she was standing under an awning when it started to rain. She ran to seek cover under the awning, I guess more than she did too. Other people went under there. And some gang member, they think it's a gang member, opened up on someone under the awning and hit her by mistake, and she's dead now. And I mean, it saddens me greatly that she lives in a place where when she is out in public, if she gets to stand by the wrong person, she could very well get shot at any time because the gang violence there is so horrible. Chicago has lots of police officers. They can't handle the gang problem. Something you may not know about Chicago is that they have had a gun ban in Chicago since 1968. And they had 506 gun-related murders last year. So again, it is a place where they're not supposed to have any guns at all, and they have one of the highest gun murder rates in the country. Now, our president and the people who work with him are going to be going out and basically lobbying, saying she got shot, so the problem is guns, let's get rid of all the guns. Again, I'm going to have to disagree with him. The reason she was shot is because the gang members in Chicago who weren't supposed to have guns, and they have no fear, and they go out in broad daylight and shoot people down like dogs. And she's dead because they failed to protect her. They failed to give the citizens their right to defend themselves. Again, it's nice to think the police can defend you, but they really only come after it's all said and done to clean up the mess. It's a tragedy that she died. It's horrible, and it's horrible that it's going to be used to further the thing that killed her, which is thinking that taking away guns from good people is going to stop these gang members. Where I live, if a gang member went out in broad daylight and started shooting at some kids, and I was anywhere near it, I'd shoot him. And a lot of other people around here would shoot him. And, you know, that solves the problem. I mean, flat out. Again, we don't put up with it where I live. We have people who are concealed carry holders. You know, the people who do bad things and go around and do bad things to people, they're very careful where I live. They go out at night. They don't go out in broad daylight and just shoot at random people in public. Because they won't live long if they do that. Again, of the 49 states that have concealed carry, Illinois is the last holdout in our country. Chicago has a total gun ban. I'm not talking about banning CHLs. I'm talking about they don't let people in Chicago buy guns, period. You get caught with a gun in Chicago and you're not a criminal, you're a law-abiding citizen, then you are a criminal then. So again, this shows us what the effect of gun bans do. It lets the criminals run amok, and in order to solve this problem, they can either do one of two things. They can go and double their police force in Chicago, or they can simply do what every other state has done and start issuing CHL permits, and the problem will quite quickly work itself out, and you will start having those gang members either perish or stop going out during daylight and stop picking random targets at will. The wolves of society are not afraid of the sheep. They are afraid of the sheepdogs. And in Chicago, there are no sheepdogs to stop the wolves. There's only some cops that can arrest them every so often. And they're not scared of the cops because they know if they throw their guns down, they're just going to jail with their buddies. So again, the thing that criminals fear the most is uncertainty and fear for their lives. And they certainly don't fear the cops about that. They maybe fear the other gang members, and they don't fear the general public, certainly in Chicago. So again, it's a horrible tragedy what happened to this young lady, and I wish to God I had been there because I could have done something about it. You know, and that's every time I hear one of these stories, I wish to God I had been there so I could have done something to prevent it. But again, these people keep going into these gun-free zones and killing the innocent, and we never learn. We just want to make everything a gun-free zone, which is impossible. So we should start focusing on the solutions that work and have worked and are proven. So Again, thank you. God bless America. God protect our children.